Our next comic book is The Superior Foes of Spider-Man, issue number 2. This is being written by Nick Spencer with art by Steven Lieber. So let's talk about the opening of this comic book, which sees our gang of misfits basically talking about, kind of in a meeting, talking about different kind of things. One of the first things they talk about is voting the bathroom to say unisex instead of something else. Obviously, it was a 4-1 vote. But they're just talking about different things, like how they need a sixth member because they are the Sinister Six, but there is 5 of them. So they're kind of just bantering on about it. It's kind of hilarious. They bring up some older kind of villains like the Sinister Syndicate, and it's really fun. And on the side, we see Boomerang dealing with kind of the fallout of him being out of jail and dealing with his parole and whatnot, and what he plans to do. And he's dealing with his lawyer, who's kind of an asshole, but he tells him, you can't really get into trouble. But of course, the team needs to start making money, so they get hired by a rival restaurant to knock out this new fancy restaurant that is like the ultimate, absolute, awesome fucking, like, literally when you order like fucking, what is it, caviar, they'll give you like, oh yeah, one of the examples was, I remember it now, if you order a martini, they will give you a diamond necklace. It's that really, like, 1%er type Wall Street bullshit, kind of, wiping my ass with $100 million bills, because that exists, because I'm on Wall Street. But regardless, they get basically brought in there to rough up the place, so people will start going away from that establishment and going to the restaurant that they were hired by in order to, kind of flip the tables. But while they're enjoying a hilarious dinner, they're still in costume and they're ordering from this place, and Boomerang's in the back kind of wrecking shit, and he's getting drunk. He's like drinking a $450 bottle of Pinot Noir. I think it was like 2006 Pinot Noir, and he's just getting drunk, throwing boomerangs all over the place, and it's pretty funny. And then, of course, guess who shows up to save the day? The Punisher, and the whole team kind of scatters, and a certain character gets revealed, which is actually the Chameleon. And Chameleon actually has broken out of jail. He has been purposely put himself as the Punisher, I guess, so he could get alone time with Boomerang. And he tells him, you need to start making money. You can't start fucking around like this. And he sends him on a mission that I will not spoil, which is very interesting. He asks him to go after a certain item or object, which I'll definitely not spoil in this review. But after that, Boomerang convinces to the other group of what that item they need to steal. And then after that, we see Boomerang go back to kind of his lawyers, and he gets appointed a new parole officer, and that parole officer is very interesting. A very interesting choice. All right, let's talk about the good. Dialogue. Man, this is just funny. It's just a really fun, kind of witty. I think the best way to describe this is just quirky. I mean, you get a cast of characters that are just C-list, and it's almost like this comic book is kind of a joke, but it's not in like a bad joke way, like, maybe Superman 4 was, or Batman and Robin was, but it actually kind of makes fun of itself almost an entirely humorous way. Art is actually pretty decent. I know when it comes down to Steve Lieber, I do read. I've seen some of his art on Hawkeye, Marvel Now, and but when you get it pit up against another superior artist, a better artist like say David Aja, of course I'm gonna think that his heart is a little bit not the same quality. But when it's just this book and it's just Lieber, it really stands out, and it definitely works for a comic like this. I really enjoy the art. I'm gonna give it The Superior Foes of Spider-Man issue number 2 a 5 out of 5. This is a damn fun comic to read. I can kind of just sit back, just take in all this kind of quirky, strange comic that I'm reading and just enjoy it. And there is a large amount of humor in this comic, which I really appreciate. And you should definitely pick it up. It's only 2 issues in, and I'm really so interested to see where this comic is going to go.